So we're in the new year now. It's 2024, and I know most of us, we probably have some big plans for the year. Maybe we've made some New Year's resolutions. I know personally I have a lot of things that I want to get done this year. There's a lot of things that actually need to get done. But I think just taking a bit of a step back, what if perhaps you didn't have the best 2023? What if perhaps 2023 wasn't a good year for you at all? Maybe it was a horrible year. Maybe it was the worst year you've ever had. Maybe you didn't meet certain objectives, certain things. Maybe there were big events that happened that, just set you back a little bit. Maybe, the year wasn't too kind to you. It was just always just throwing things at you, and you couldn't wait for it to end. What if you had that type of year? How do you actually recover from that? How do you get back to yourself, to who you are, and I think most importantly, make the most of this year? Because it's so easy for what happened last year to end up defining you and making 2024 an even worse year. Making 2024 even worse for you than last year was. And you're not living up to all the goals and the objectives that you want to get done because you have this 2023 that's lingering in your mind, and you can't fully put yourself to this new year and getting things done. So in this video, I just want to chat about sort of getting over a rough year, getting over a year that maybe academically things were going down, things went a bit sideways here and there, and even around academics, just your personal life, maybe things didn't go too well personally. Maybe you didn't get the things that you needed to get done. Maybe you weren't fully yourself this year. There's so many things, guys. So many things could have happened this year. But I want to just help you guys out and just get you guys that stable foundation you need to make 2024 your year. So I think in this video, we're going to go in a bit of chronological sequence in terms of this is the thinking and the order of the thinking that you need to have to put 2023 to bed, put it away for good, and start on a fresh sort of clean slate and make 2024 your year. So I think first and foremost, if 2023 was horrible, if it wasn't great, and that's understandable, it happens, guys, to every one of us. If 2023 wasn't the best, let's start by starting there actually. Let's start in 2023. Let's just take our minds a bit back. Let's just go a little bit back to the year. And if you haven't done this, this is your opportunity to do it at the beginning of the new year. So you can start your new year on a fresh, clean slate. But go back to 2023 and let's review the year. Let's review 2023. Let's actually go back and let's see what happened in 2023. Let's understand for ourselves why maybe 2023 wasn't a great year. Why it didn't go as well as we wanted it to go. Why? Yeah, it was so horrible, but why? We need to start pinpointing all these different things. Understand the root cause. Understand maybe where we could have done a bit better. Maybe academically you didn't perform too well. Why didn't you? Maybe your personal life, a lot of relationships fell apart. Why is that? Is it sort of circumstances in your control? Is it circumstances out of your control? Maybe spiritually it wasn't the best year. Why is that? Get down to the root cause of why your year wasn't a great year. Understand. And when we're going back, guys, we're not going back to sort of think negatively about the past and think, oh no, this has now happened and this is horrible, this is so bad, I'm embarrassed, I can't, we're not going back and looking at the year in that lens. No, we're looking at the year to just understand what happened, to get that frame of mind to know why things transpired the way they did and why our year ended up being bad. That's why we're going back, and with the purpose as well to learn from it, to understand what went wrong, maybe also what went right as well, but to most importantly just learn from that, learn from everything, and we want to make the 2024 sort of the best year possible. So I think in you reflecting back, you need to understand the purpose of us reflecting back. And I think it all leads to making this year a fantastic year. You need to understand that, because last year is done, guys. And this is leading up into my second point. You need to understand that last year is done. Last year is finished. Now we need to move away. We need to move away from last year. We need to accept the circumstances of last year. If last year was a horrible year, things didn't go well, it's done. We need to put last year to bed now, because you cannot carry what happened last year and every single burden, whether it's academic or personal, into the current year. Let's leave last year in the past now. The past is the past for a reason. It's done. It has passed. We move on now. That is very key. So we said first point is review, understand all that stuff. But after you've done that, let's lock it up. Let's put it in a room, close the door, let's lock the door. Throw away the keys. Because now we're moving on. It's 2024 now. It's a new year. And that's our focus. That's why I keep bringing this back up. All these points that I'm making, that is 2024. Because you need to remember that for yourself in this whole process. So 2023 is done. Let's move on. We've put it away. We're not going to talk about it anymore. So yes, guys, please remember that. And I think building on that now is build your foundation for 2024. Build your foundation for the new year. This is imperative. This is important. Because now I think we're at the interesting stuff. Now, how can you make 2024 fantastic? Let's focus there now, but we have to start with the foundation. We have to start with the foundation. And I'm going to tell you the different things that the foundation consists of. First up, it consists of the lessons from 2023 that we've already established. We're taking those, we're putting them in. We're going to apply these lessons. We're going to apply, where things didn't go well, let's change that. Where things went well, let's continue that. So the lessons are there, boom. That's one part. Secondly is just build your identity. Understand who you are as a person and understand what you want to achieve in the year. I think within your identity, you need to include your goals as well and your aspirations for the year, making them realistic. And I think even speaking about goals, guys, it's important to make smart goals. And this is not a this is not a concept that I created. I didn't create this concept. It's been there for a very long time. But in essence, SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based goals. So making your goals SMART, specific. You have to identify something specific you want to achieve. It needs to be measurable, a way for you to measure whether you've achieved it or how far you are from achieving it. Is it attainable? Are you able to achieve it? Is it realistic? Is it within your scope of ability? And is it time-based? Do you want to achieve it before the end of the year, in June, in March? When do you want to achieve it? Structure your goals in this way and make your goals a reflection of who you are as a person. And I think last part of the foundation is the planning for the year. Understand how the year is progressing. Understand when you sort of have things due, when maybe academic starts, maybe when exams are, when your first semester and second semester exams are. Understand the structure of the year. And I do this in the year before. I did it in 2023. So already start building that understanding of how exactly is the year structured. How is the year going to play out? So that you're not surprised by anything. I think planning goes a very long way in you meeting your goals and objectives. So start building up that sort of foundation for yourself. And I think once you've built your foundation, I think the last point here is execute. That's all that's left now. You need to execute on the year. You need to execute on your foundation. You've built your foundation. You know what's up. You know what you need to do. You've clarified that in your foundation. Now we execute. We build. We push. We make the year that it needs to be, and even more than that. Now is where we put the sort of work in, both academically, both spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. We put the work in. Now is the time to put the work in. You have no more excuses, because you know what's up, you know what you need to get done, you know what lessons you've learned, you understand a lot of things. Let's work, let's push, it's time. So, your planning is going to be redundant. You making a New Year's resolution is absolutely useless if you don't execute. And this is where a lot of people lose it. I'd say 80% of people lose it here. Some people don't even plan to begin with. So, yes, plan, have those New Year's resolutions, but now execute. Every single day, consistently show up. Let's get it done. Let's make the year the best year possible. And I think if we just carrying this mindset, and I think most importantly in this whole sort of process, understanding that our main sort of focus is making 2024 a fantastic year. If we can push in this regard, guys, your 2024 is fantastic. And what I want for you is to have a fantastic 2024, academically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. I want you guys to have the best year that you've ever had. I want you guys to go on that journey with me, because I'm going to have the best year that I've ever had. That's a guarantee already. I know that for myself. I've done the planning, I've done the reflection, I've done everything that needs to be done. Now I'm executing. Now I'm getting it done, and I know it's going to get done because I know my ability to meet promises that I set for myself. So get it done as well for yourself. Let's smash this year out the park, guys. Let's get it done. No excuses. We push, we work, and until the very end, until December, let's push, let's work. And yeah, guys, I hope this video's helped you out. I hope this video's just reignited a bit of, fire, a bit of push in you to get what you need to get done. Just maybe, get you out of that rut and get you focused on let's push here. Let's get the year done. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, guys, please just leave that like, drop that like down there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And until the next one, guys, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.